Day 6 of the 40 Days of Forgiveness. You can get the free book on my website. You can buy it hopefully on Amazon by now. I'm not sure, because this is me, page from the past, talking. So today, dad issues. So if you want some affirmations on just general dad issues, I just did mom issues yesterday. So dad issues are, again, feel free to replace mom and dad however you desire with these statements. But these are definitely some new ones for you. The old story is, I'm forever messed up because of my dad. And the new story is, I can show up and be compassionate and successful in my relationship, even though my dad messed me up. So, here we go. Take a breath after each statement. I forgive myself for believing I have to hold on to anger and grief with my dad. I forgive myself for believing my dad screwed me up forever. I forgive myself for believing I'm not worthy enough for my dad to be here. I forgive myself for believing my dad hates me. I forgive myself for believing my dad has to change before I can love and accept myself the way I am. I forgive myself for believing I'm not good enough for my dad to show up. I forgive my dad for not showing up. I forgive my dad for hurting me when he showed up. I forgive my dad for failing to be the dad that I wanted. I give myself permission to let go of the feelings of failure when I fail, and I'm not the dad I want to be. I give my dad permission to forgive me when I hold on to anger and blame him for my problems. I give my dad permission to forgive me when I don't show up for him. I give others permission to forgive me when they blame me for their problems, like maybe my kids. I love and accept myself even when I'm afraid I'm just like my dad. I love and accept and honor all the parts of myself that are like my dad. I give myself permission to accept I can be grateful for the good qualities my dad gave me. I give myself permission to be a good parent. I give myself permission to let go of anything my dad did or didn't do to hurt me. I give myself permission to feel relaxed and happy and confident, giving up the expectations I had from my dad. I give myself permission to feel relaxed and confident even when my dad doesn't show up. I give myself permission to feel confident and secure and happy, knowing who I am even when my dad doesn't show up. Without this pattern, I'm free to feel confident and secure, showing up for the people that I love the way my dad can show up for me. Without this pattern, I'm free to show up for myself and love myself the way that my dad couldn't when I was small. Or now. Without this pattern, I'm free to love my dad more with all his faults and successes. Without this pattern, I'm free to show up for my dad. And show up as a dad. Without this pattern, I'm free to surround myself with love and connections 10,000 times better than anything I could have imagined with my dad. So, what are your dad issues? Does he even notice the issues? What would you want? What's like the ideal relationship with your dad or with a dad? Do you have any examples of that in your life? My favorite statement, one of these is, I love and accept myself even when I'm afraid I'm just like my dad, or I forgive myself for believing I'm just like my dad, but then also I love and honor and respect all the parts of myself that are like my dad, because it's basically like I'm gonna honor the life that my dad gave me, or that like my ancestors have given me. I'm gonna honor those parts of myself, but I don't need to like keep the traumatic parts. I don't need to keep the bad traits. Like, I am going to choose to embrace and choose to be more present to the good things that my dad brought, whatever they are, even if I never knew them or never saw them. I'm going to believe that it is there because I exist, and that I know that I'm capable of good, so my dad must have also been capable of good, or my mom must have also been capable of good, or somebody in my past has been capable, but also because I'm human and I'm capable of good. So, love those parts of yourself that are like your mom and dad, because that means wholly loving yourself, not just whatever you think deserves love, the whole thing, your whole self. But again, that doesn't mean you're like them or that you have all the same problems as they do. It just means you are capable of just as of good, the same way they were always capable of good. So, see you tomorrow, day 7.